We up and I'm feeling like a new me. Stacking new sets, some new E. NFTs, all of them you need. Back in my zone like 2-3. All time high, hit a new peak. Let's go. Homie, the Bulls is back. I said the Bulls is back.
So GM, we have the Jupiter airdrop coming in less than 18 hours from now. So we're going to run through some of the questions I'm seeing online around this one. The kind of a launch mechanic where you can buy JUP when it does go live at 3 p.m. UTC tomorrow or 10 a.m. Eastern time on the 31st of January. Also going to talk about a bit of a price prediction model, the salt sheet, and how I've been buying on Wales markets. So if you enjoy this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel for more content. Let's go. So the initial liquidity pool is accessible via this website here, which is lfg.jup.ag. And I will leave a link to that down below, but do be aware there's going to be a load of scam links going around tomorrow. You want to locate it directly from either the Jupiter Exchange official Twitter account, make sure it is the official one, or Where Meow, who is the kind of CEO of Jupiter, from his account as well. He's been tweeting about this today. Just double and triple check that you have the right link. Otherwise, you could connect your wallet to a phishing link and have your full wallet drained, which will definitely negate all of the potential airdrops here. So 17 hours from now, Claim JUP. This will open tomorrow and I'll be able to claim those 3,200 JUP tokens. If we just go down here, you can see the launch pool status. So what they've done is deposited a load of tokens in these bins, varying amounts of liquidity in each of these bins at varying prices, starting from 40 cents all the way up to here at 70 cents or just shy of 70 cents. So in total, they're going to be selling 250 million tokens via this launch mechanic. 1 billion tokens are going to the airdrop participants. So that means 1 bill plus 250 mil. And we'll do the extra bit of math on this as well in just a second, as they have released full details, because the total sum coming out tomorrow is 1.35 billion tokens. So 1,350 million. So we'll fill in the blank with that in just a second. And I'll also talk through this pool in just a second. But if you come down, this is where you can actually bid on this thing. And you get these bids set up before this goes live as well. So you have limit orders, which essentially is you placing a bid to purchase at a select price. So if you come on here, you want to be doing this, I would suggest, between USDC to JUP. So this will be auto-populated for you anyway. Another top tip, this down here is the actual fee rate you're going to be paying for your swap. It will be set to 0.001, I believe, as standard, but I have increased mine to 0.02 to try and front run any people who are not willing to pay the additional gas to see if we can get in quicker. And then what you want to do in this is say how much USDC you're willing to bid. So say it's $100 you've got to spend tomorrow. The initial launch price is down to like 40 odd cents. I've just put in 55 cents as that is kind of middle of the range. And I would hope potentially you could get a fill at that level. One lesson from the when airdrop and the when launch mechanic, I placed my bids too early. And so I got front run, and the price point of when was above $10 million in the blink of an eye. So again, with this, potentially this could get smashed straight through and your bids not actually hit. Therefore, you may want to ladder some bids, maybe up a little bit higher, 60 cents, 65 cents, whatever you feel comfortable with. Bear in mind, this token is currently trading pre-market on Wales markets at around 70 cents right now. So this would imply a nice bit of a discount to that. And so my thinking is we actually soak up most of this liquidity very, very quickly on. So if you're happy with your amount bidded, the bid price that you're going for, you could then just click the button down here, which will be to place the bid, confirm it in your wallet, you're good to go. The other strategy is to DCA in. So this will just continue to buy the JUP tokens to a maximum price that you set. So say you want to buy all the way up to 99 cents, as you're happy to just continue to try and scoop as many tokens as possible. What you would do here is put the amount of dollars you wish to allocate to this strategy, so USDC to JUP, and then you would select the time frame. So most people will probably leave this on minutes. I would actually change this to seconds. The quickest is 30-second intervals, and then I would select maybe over, say, 30 orders. So that will be a 15-minute time frame where this is trying to DCA that $200 in across that 15-minute time frame. So the breakdown on that would be $200 going into sell 6.667 USDC each order every 30 seconds for that full duration. And that will just try and TWAP that in for you and get you exposure to this token all the way up to a price point of 99 cents. If this thing goes beyond 99 cents, this will no longer be triggering. And you have to bear in mind, this isn't going to automatically mean that you actually get in at the bottom, because you may be front run by others. People using bots, people with more experience, people using large fees will likely to get in before you. So I would suggest trying to lower your expectations. There is a strong likelihood you just get front run and people are able to just soak up huge bids in one go. I think it does favor people who are aping in with larger size over smaller participants. Like if I have an order for $1,000, it's going to probably front run someone with an order for $30, $20, etc. So essentially this is the page. If you just want to try and swap when you're on here as well tomorrow, give that a shot as well. But this is where you come to make your claim for your tokens, and then also you can try and buy more or sell them in that pool. But let's go into the launch pool status here. If you just click on this button here, see the price curve configuration, we can go more into this. So within this, we can see the distribution of tokens at varying price points. And what you can see here is that the amount of liquidity at the lower prices is greater, and then it tapers off really, really quickly. So quite a lot of tokens for sale at 40 cents. But then as we get to like 45 cents, it's roughly 1/3 of the tokens available at 40 cents. So I think the liquidity in these pools just gets nuked through straight away, and these get bought up very, very quickly. I think in general, the whole process here will probably, see most of these tokens get soaked up within the first 30 minutes, if I would have to guess, as it does seem there's a lot of people on the sidelines wanting to get allocation here. I mean, you've seen the shitcoins on Solana getting absolute nuking here. Probably means a lot of people have gone into stables ready to bid for this. Now this viewpoint shows the actual bins, the amount of tokens in each bin, and as you can see, that taper effect. There's not a huge amount of liquidity, 250 million tokens. I think the total is down here. So they would sell out at $129 million. So that is the total sum cumulative amount of USDC that will be left if all of these bins sell out, which I'm sure they will do, $129 million. We've seen the likes of Whiff, Bonk, etc. do that on a daily. And so I'm pretty sure 129 mils worth of bid is ready and waiting on the sidelines to scoop all of these tokens. So in my preference, I would be trying to bid maybe some limit orders around 60 cents, that kind of region, and just hoping I can get in maybe under the max here at 69 cents, which would be a discount to what's currently ongoing on Whales markets. But check that out in your own time, again, via the LFG link. But Meow did point this out as well. He says that the curve that they've set means half the tokens will be available at 40 to 50 cent range. Whether or not you'll be able to get that, I don't know. He says there should be sufficient liquidity for early users. So he's optimistic, but we'll have to wait and see. Was very much disappointed with the strategy I employed for the WEN token. I'm hoping that the Jupiter strategy of just buying them at Whales markets pre-market is going to play out nicely for me personally. So information that we do know, 50% of tokens go to the kind of team control, 50% of tokens go to airdrops. So we have the first initial airdrop of 10% taking place tomorrow, and then we're going to get subsequent airdrops of 10% over the coming years, each and every January, which is pretty damn cool. Now they've also been transparent with their cold and hot wallets here. So you can see the cold wallet release. So if you're interested in this, the team will get 20% of tokens, and they start to vest from February of 2025. So no team tokens going to be hitting for another year. There is a 5% drop for Mercurial stakeholders, which starts vesting in February 2025. Mercurial was the name of this project prior to it changing over to Jupiter. And then as they say here, 10% for Jupiter, which is every single January. And they will, if they're going to move any funds from these cold wallets, let us know 6 months ahead of time. So that is pretty cool. In terms of the initial circulating supply of JUP here, so it was thought it was going to be 1.7 billion tokens, but it's actually just this, 1.35 billion. So 1 billion to the airdrop, which we already know, that's 10%, 250 million for the launch pool, as we've just seen, and then 50 million for loans to centralized exchange market makers, probably going to be listed on the big exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, etc. And then 50 mil for immediate LP needs as well. Plus there's a bit of a miscellaneous 33 mil for some edge cases around the airdrop as well. For those interested in the hot wallets as well, the allocations are 0.1% to the LFG launchpad fees. So that does seem like team getting paid 100 million tokens. If you look into that, 75% held with the JUP DAO. So maybe 25% of that, 25 mil tokens, maybe going to pay some people and the rest going to the DAO. 0.55 bill to a team hot wallet and 0.5 bill to the community hot wallet as well. And it says any tokens leaving hot wallets must be communicated ahead of time. So that is the kind of transparency report on things. In terms of updates from them and kind of stats, there is a research page, Jup Research, and these are the 6 main headlines. So 80% of all organic volume has come to the dexes on Solana via Jupiter. So this means it's getting through the vast majority of all volume for any exchange on Solana is being routed through Jupiter, which is pretty crazy. And it accounts for 65% of all volume overall. Second stat here, it is now the most used trading platform in DeFi. It's also the most used service in Solana, top 2 by volume on CoinGecko, rivaling Uniswap now, most integrated platform in Solana. Loads of different projects have APIs into Jupiter, and one of the top perps platforms as well, which is pretty damn cool. 1.4 bill volume last week for their perps platform. What would be amazing to see is the perps revenues start to get shared with token holders. So hopefully this will be more than just a governance token, and maybe we'll get some rev share at some point. So here is the JUP salt sheet as I've tweeted here. If we just multiply these figures by 1.35x to get that 1.35 billion token actual totals, you'll have a better understanding here. So if this trades at a token price of $1 tomorrow, the circulating market cap will be $1.35 billion US. If it trades at 2, we're looking at $2.7 billion in circulating market cap for this token. And as you can see to the right, there were 3 tiers of giveaways in terms of the airdrop. So if you've got the tier 3, the smallest allocation at $1, your airdrop's going to be worth $3,200 tomorrow, which is pretty damn impressive. Tier 1, 100,200 tokens. You're looking at a cool over 100K paycheck coming in tomorrow at a $1 price target. So print that off, stick it on your walls or whatever you wish to do. But if we just benchmark this versus Uniswap here, Uniswap also ticked up nicely today, pretty much pushing towards $5 billion in market cap. So the question is, do we think Jupiter can get towards Uniswap's market cap? I would like to see the whales on Solana really try and push this thing to eclipse Uniswap. I mean, why the hell not make a real statement for Sol? $3 puts us just over a 4 billion market cap circulating. $4 puts us actually over 5.3 billion dollars. So that would be ahead of Uniswap if we can hit $4 tomorrow. Let me know your price predictions for this down below, but I think it's going to be super interesting just to see how the dynamics here really do play out. And I'm pretty certain we will be trading over $1 when we speak again tomorrow evening. Now, whales markets, last bit of considerations here. You can see currently trading at 72 cents pre-market. Some people have asked, how the heck does this work? I'll leave a link to this down below if you do want to get involved and buy some of these tokens before having to, be at your computer tomorrow at 3 p.m. UTC and trying to bid via that LFG link. If you want to just secure the bag beforehand right now, you can do so via this methodology. If we just open one of these up here. So the process is you connect your wallet. You need to have the coin that these people are after. So in this case here, it's USDC, and you need to try and allocate funds in USDC against the remaining balance of this pool. There is currently an availability to buy 4,700 JUP tokens at a price of 3,424. So that is getting you a fill at 72.6 cents there. So you connect your wallet, have USDC on hand, and then deposit it into the contract up to this value here. Of course, you can do less. As you can see, the pool doesn't have to be filled all in one go. And then the process after this subsequently is between the 31st of Jan at 3 p.m., which is when the airdrop takes place. In this 24-hour window, the person with those JUP tokens who is selling them here pre-market must allocate them to the platform. If they do not allocate them to the platform, we will get our money back, but they have had to put up collateral in order to be able to actually set these for sale on here. So in that case, they will not get their collateral back, so they'll forgo that, and we will actually be given their collateral. So you will make something back from this, you will profit in a way. I haven't used this before, so yet to see if people do just do a runner and try and avoid sending the tokens in. I can only imagine that will happen if JUP starts trading at like $2, $3, $4 straight away. We'll have to see what happens with this. But generally in the market, what we've seen recently is most of the new airdrop coins start off a little bit choppy and then slowly grind their ways up and to the right. Look at Manta, look at Alts, Celestia. There's plenty of examples out there. Most of these tokens have had very similar price action as people are interested in the new shiny things on the streets. So if you do want to get involved with Whales Markets, link down below will get you, I think it's 10% off the fees, as quite a lot of people have actually signed up underneath me now. So much appreciated for that. Looking forward to how things unfold tomorrow, and we will check in again once this is all said and done. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. See you in the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.